if Eric tries to chop my head off here, I know I'm gonna be in trouble, right? So I can try and duck and get out of the way. I can try and move in, but the realism against that number one strike, it's so powerful and so strong, and it's super dangerous. Obviously, I'm dealing with a weapon, it's gonna be dangerous to begin with. So this is where I like to use the idea or the concept of I'm gonna take one step back, but that's gonna be able to push me back in, right? So if he goes to cut me in half, there's nowhere I can go but backwards. And that's why I train that concept, even against an angle one or anything on the right side of his body. So if he swings at me, I wanna make sure I'm hollowing out. Notice how my body is hollowing, trying to get back as far as I can. Because if I think my footwork is good enough, but I don't hollow, maybe I get cut. And that's not gonna help me do anything. So typically when I see a blade or anything, I wanna protect my golden egg. Here's my egg that comes through here. I wanna protect it as much as I can. You can get cut through the belly and still live. Obviously, if my intestines are on the ground, I'm not gonna live for too long, right? But we're just trying to give us a chance to get alive and to stay alive and to hopefully get away. Okay, so when he swings at us, I'm gonna move back and then see he wanted to move in right away. He knew he was too far. Now his blade is on the weaker side. I don't want to discount that at all, especially with a bladed weapon. So I still have to understand that there's a lot of things that could happen or go wrong there. Like if he was faster than me in the timing and he swings again, maybe I got to move back again, right? Cut through, right? It's close. But now here, maybe I move in. So let's just really deal with those two options. So first one, he cuts, I'm out, and then I'm crashing in. Okay, when I crash in here, I'm ideally looking to control that elbow as much as I can. He can try and like abanico flick and go from here, but really what I'm doing is I'm just covering this. If I get in close, he can't do a lot. Okay, so first thing I have to do is I have to acknowledge the weapon. So I'm here, I'm gonna bring my right hand underneath, okay? Because it's a machete, I'm definitely not gonna be at this range because that can cut the whole time. So I'm gonna be into here, I'm gonna wrap this under like our knife defense, I'm gonna keep this in tight, I'm gonna just try and turn, okay? If I have a wall here, great. So notice what I've done is when this arm came up, I used my hips connected to my wrist and turned. That moves his body. With the elbow and the shoulder, the second that it comes to here and I control, I can be hitting, please resist, right here, and I'm just smashing and hitting as much as I can, okay, and just trying to get it done. The reason why I'm not going back and trying to disarm the weapon is because it is a machete. Can you grab the stick, please? So when I'm looking at this, I gotta be thinking, okay, can I get rid of the weapon? Can I not get rid of the weapon? How much do I have to acknowledge it? Is there a chance that when I was just smashing him on the wall, that he just drops it, gets away, he goes down? There's a lot of different ways that we can deal with it. But if we are dealing with a stick, now it's a little bit different. A stick could be a baton. So he swings, I'm out, again, I'm back in. When I go to get to here, now when this comes up, it's okay if I slide it back a little bit. Obviously, if it's not bladed. Once I get that, now when I do the same motion, I just turned. And when I make that turn happen, that's what pops out that stick. So again, slow, one, in, bang. Who cares? I got hit with the puño. I'm not getting hit with the end of the wheel. That's the part that's gonna hurt the most. So as I come into this point here, I'm up, and my same motion before is here and turn. Now my motion here and turn. Don't try and be a hero and grab the weapon and use it against them. Disengage or engage, but don't worry about grabbing the stick itself. It's not necessarily gonna help you. So let's say that's best case scenario. A right-sided swing, I'm back, I'm in. So now I'm on his closed side. But sometimes we mess up. So let's say he starts off with the 2 here, and then he comes back. Now moving into the inside again. Same concept, he has a stick. I can worry about that a little, or don't have to worry as much as a machete, sorry. So I'm in, I snake, turn the body. This one presented itself nice, and with my balloon walk training, this is a very similar disarm we train, I would grab that and try and do some damage. But if I feel like it's too dangerous and it's too close, here I can again just go back into striking with whatever presents itself. There's no guarantee here. Nothing is ever gonna be a guarantee. What we want to try to be thinking of when we're doing self-defense is trying not to get hit and choosing to move in. The thing is if he's backed up there and he has a weapon, what am I doing thinking of getting engaged from the beginning? I shouldn't. I should try and be out of here as much as I can. But if he's kind of hiding it on his leg and I don't really see it, he comes walking up like, hey man, holy shit. And now I'm trying to get back in. This is the most important, is just closing this range. If you want to get good with Filipino martial arts, learn a whole bunch of other disarms, train more Filipino martial arts. That's what they specialize in, stick, knife, machete. But when I get to this point here, I want you to train that concept, okay? I'm going back and I'm going in. To go in on the first time is hard. It's very hard. You can train it, you can have tons of fun with it, but is it gonna be realistic? Most people, when they react, move back first, especially when something big is swinging at you. These concepts will work with a machete, they'll even work with a baseball bat, right? But it's just giving you a base. Get back in. Crash, destroy, in, but don't get fixated on the weapon. Control them, and then you can control the fight, hopefully a little bit more from there. Good luck.